Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is actually not Friday, it's Sunday, March 6th, and this is the news we covered over the past week at Search Engine Roundtable, seroundtable.com. So again, I apologize about last Friday, just things out of my control. In any event, here's the recap. We potentially had some type of Google search update this past week. I reported about it on March 2nd. We noticed some major fluctuations on the 1st. It seemed to die down a lot since then, so I don't think it was anything related to Penguin or Panda. It was just probably one of Google's many Google updates. Talking about Penguin, Gary from Google said at SMX West that he's pretty much done estimating when Penguin 4.0 will release. He said every single time he estimated it recently, it has been wrong, and that's bad for business. It makes him look bad, it makes Google look bad, and it gives him obviously a bad taste in the mouths of the SEOs, the webmaster community. That's not his intent. He wants to go ahead and make sure that webmasters are well informed, but the problem with Penguin is that it's up to the engineers when to release it, not up to Gary. Gary is somewhat of an engineer, but he doesn't have control over the Penguin algorithm, and he cannot tell you exactly when that will launch. Google also said this week that we had at SMX West a lot of news come out. Juan Felipe, I can't pronounce the whole name, I apologize. But basically, he talked about some stats around. We had him at XMX Israel, now he came to XMX West. We had him talk about spam, manual actions of spam. And he said there's about 7 million bits of spam reports submitted every month, or something like that. I forget the exact number he gave. He said of that, about 35,000 of them per month are user-generated, submitted by people like you and me. And of that, only Google takes only action on 65% of those 35,000 monthly spam reports. He said about 20% of the ones that they don't fill are not spam at all, or maybe 20% of the differential between 65% and the 100% are not spam at all. The rest probably are either not being impacted by the search, don't have an impact on the search results, or maybe they were already taken care of. So those very interesting stats to hear from Google. This week, there was another time where the Google Search Console, Search Analytics data has stalled again. I think it's back to normal, so you don't have to worry about that. At XMX West, we had another speaker give a demonstration of voice search and how that works, conversational search. And this Googler basically said the next step is to do conversational shopping, where you can say, I want to buy something, or find me the cheapest price on X, or find the store that sells Y, or let me buy this, and so forth. So that's a pretty cool step that we hope to see from Google soon. There was some type of bug or something with Google's featured snippets. The featured snippets are what show up at the top of the search results that take content from other websites and show those featured snippets. Here's an example. The Mozcast chart showed a huge increase in that, and then it dropped down the day after. It seems back to normal. So if you did see a significant traffic or drop in traffic on that date, it might be related to that. Google said they want AMP to go everywhere. David Besbury's from Google, the vice president of engineering at Google, basically said at XMX West that they want to use it everywhere. Everywhere we use content, we want to embrace AMP, he said. And that basically means that Google's probably going to push it out beyond news, beyond blogs. It's going to go probably for e-commerce. It's going to go for anything that's content on the web. They want to make AMP ready. And obviously, that's coming hopefully, or coming soon. So be prepared for that. Google said you don't want to overload Google's fetch and render tool, or as well as the mobile testing tools and the various tools out there with too much JavaScript and CSS. It can't handle it. So you might go ahead and get errors when, here's an error, like it's saying not mobile friendly when you're trying to access a site, even though it is mobile friendly. But if there's too many CSS files and JavaScript includes, Google's going to choke on it and not be able to give you the right information. So keep that in mind. Google seems to be testing, although they haven't responded to me yet, a mobile phone icon in the mobile search results. So when you search in the organic listings for, here, let me show you some screenshots. Something related to local, it's not going to be an AdWords local phone number, but a little phone number box. When you click on it, and I guess it triggers the phone. I haven't been able to replicate this myself. Google probably is testing it. They haven't gotten back to me on what the details are around that, but it's definitely something out there. Here's a cool little thing. Google's doing a new elections feature where you can actually do search for the issues of like say Clinton on the issues, or Sanders on the issues, or Trump on the issues, and Google will give you this cool knowledge graph box which actually expands and shows you where they stand on those various issues. Here's an example of it. So it says Bernie Sanders on the issues, and you can click on immigration. It will expand it and give you this carousel. You can go on abortion and various different issues, and it will expand and give you the various topics. It's pretty cool. John Mueller discussed, do HTML sitemaps actually help with Google rankings? He basically said no, but if your site is hard to navigate and hard to access, having that HTML sitemap will give Google another avenue in terms of crawling your website and following through it. So you definitely use it for that purpose. It also is a helpful thing for your users. Just so you know, the AMP is only available in the carousel. So for example, if you want to show up in the news carousel on mobile, the only way to show up in this box over here is to be AMP friendly. If you're not AMP friendly, you don't have a shot at showing up here as of today. There is a list view, so this is the carousel. Again, you can slide through it. Only AMP pages will show over there. There is a list view, which Google will show non-AMP pages as well. So here's the top stories list view, and the Google will show both AMP and non-AMP related pages in that box. Google My Business now allows you to upload photos in their spreadsheet bulk uploader. So you can actually go ahead and upload your photos there, and it would actually give you a quick way of uploading images to your massive amounts of local listings in Google My Business. Google Maps also added a way to confirm unverified locations in a very quick fashion. Basically, you go to your My Business account, you click on confirm multiple locations, and you click on the found matches status all at once, and it lets you go ahead and confirm them very quickly. Google AdWords Editor 11.3 is out, so if you want to update to that, you definitely can. Google Images is testing a new colored filters feature. We saw this back in August of last year on the mobile, where they're actually testing filter buttons, but now they're actually testing this interface that shows colored filter options, which is cute. I haven't seen it myself, but it's definitely being tested over the past several weeks. Paul Har from Google, he's one of the top people behind the rankings, the 10 blue links in search. He actually spoke at SMX West, and he said a bunch of cool things, but one thing that was fairly interesting was he said that position 10 often has a higher click-through rate than position 8 or 9. So if you are an SEO and you can't get to position 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, then push it down to position 10, and you probably get more clicks than you would at 8 or 9. So that's pretty cute. Bing launched a new solar system map. So if you do a Google search in Bing for solar system, you will get a interactive map in the search results that pretty much show you can actually interact with it, flip it around, speed it up, slow it down, click on different planets and solar systems and so forth, and it will actually tell you information about that, which is pretty cool. And finally, not to be outdone by the solar system, Google has enabled that you can actually search for animal sounds. So you can just type in Google on your mobile phone or your desktop, animal noises, or what the sound does a cow make, or what sound does a dog make, and Google will give you this knowledge graph, which looks like this, that shows you, and actually click on the play button to actually listen to it. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Again, I'm sorry for the delay. I'm sorry for how I sound, and everyone have a great weekend. Again, today is Sunday, March 6th. Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Bye.